Can music games teach you anything about music? I don't really know. I would say probably closer to no. It's probably even sometimes harder to play those games than it is to play the actual song.
Music games can teach you about music, but it definitely doesn't cross over. Like Joe was saying, it's like I could be somewhat okay at the guitar and truly awful at Rock Band. It doesn't cross over at all. It
probably teaches you a lot about like rhythm. The drums aren't very accurate to how you would play drums, but it probably does. It would teach you, you know, how to stay on beat with some things, which is a lot. A lot of people don't have that rhythm.
I remember, like, say Tony Hawk 1 and 3 and all those. They had like crazy soundtracks with a bunch of bands that I either knew or bands that I didn't know yet. I remember discovering stuff that way. It's
awesome for games like Rock Band. You come up with a lot of bands that you may not have heard. It's even great in like Alan Wake. The soundtrack was really rad, and there was some stuff at the end. Each chapter had like a different closing credit song, and I heard a Nick Cave song on there, and I thought that was really cool. And the one that I really loved was the BioShock soundtracks, especially the second one, because it was all music from like the 30s and 20s, and I thought that was really cool. So I actually went and downloaded a bunch of artists that were on that soundtrack and the soundtrack. The biggest game for us lately has by far been Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops. It's fun for really anybody to jump in and play, and usually everyone sort of knows how to play it. Halo Reach really didn't get much play. We thought it would, but it didn't. It kind of got overtaken by Black Ops, and every once in a while we'll break out Left 4 Dead 2, because that's kind of fun to jump into.
On tour, it's Black Ops, and I think because like Joe was saying, we can't get online usually on tour, so it encourages you know, local 4-player mode, which is really fun, because that's what I used to do. Like in high school, I'd sit around, we'd play GoldenEye, like put on some music, you get 4 friends, you have big old GoldenEye matches.
When we had a bus, we were on tour with Hanson, and we system linked through buses. We parked close enough that we could do it. And at that time, Halo 3 was out and still pretty big. And I remember them talking a huge game, because those guys, a couple of those guys play a lot, and I remember us beating them pretty easily.
Mario Kart 64 is honestly one of my faves. And then, you know, I play the Call of Duty series, all those ones, a lot. I don't know if they're my favorite, but they definitely get a lot of play. And Left 4 Dead was a great game that came out recently.
I'm going to say Zelda Ocarina of Time, probably my favorite. Resident Evil 1 and 2 are great. Final Fantasy 7. I can go on. Half-Life 2. I would love to see any of our music in games. I thought the way Alan Wake did it was awesome, really cool way to do it. It would be great to be on like a Rock Band or a Guitar Hero. I know that bands can kind of jump into that now with, I guess anybody can put their songs up, but it'd be great if we got, you know, officially on one of their soundtracks for download. It'd be a dream come true.